There have been a lot of myths regarding India's vaccination drive that have been floating around. But what's the truth? Do they actually mean something? Here are the facts. Myth 1. Centre is not doing enough to buy vaccines from abroad. This is actually false. But first, we need to understand that buying COVID-19 vaccines at a time when the pandemic rages across the world isn't simple. Foreign manufacturers have contractual as well as national obligations that need to be fulfilled. Even then, there have multiple rounds of discussions between the Indian government and companies like Pfizer, Johnson & Johnson and Moderna. It was only through sustained efforts that trials for Russia's Sputnik vaccines were expeditiously completed. In addition to 2 vaccines that were received, tech transfers have also been accomplished so that Indian manufacturers can begin making the vaccines in India. Myth 2. Centre has not approved vaccines available globally. The central government has proactively eased entry of vaccines approved by US FDA, EMA, UK's MHRA and Japan's PMDA and WHO's emergency use listing into India in April. These vaccines will not need to undergo prior bridging trials. The provision has now been further amended to waive off the trial requirement altogether for the well-established vaccines manufactured in other countries. No application of any foreign manufacturer for approval is pending with the drugs controller. Myth 3. Centre is not doing enough to ramp up domestic production of vaccines. In an earlier video, we had examined how the government is assisting Indian companies in an effort to ramp up vaccine manufacturing in India. The Government of India has ensured that 3 other companies will start producing Covaxin in addition to Bharat Biotech, which too has quadrupled its manufacturing plants. Bharat Biotech's production is set to hit a high of 10 crore Covaxin doses per month by October. That is in addition to 4 crore doses by the 3 PSUs until December. Covishield production is being ramped up to achieve the target of 11 crore doses per month. Coordinated by Dr. Reddy's, Sputnik vaccine will also be manufactured right here in India by 6 companies. Moreover, development of other indigenous vaccine candidates, including Bharat Biotech's single-dose intranasal vaccine, are being supported extensively through government initiatives like Mission COVID Suraksha. 200 crore doses by the end of this year, that's the target. And still, some choose to believe that the government is not doing enough. Myth 4. Centre should invoke compulsory licensing. Hearing some leaders talk of vaccine formulas being shared might have fueled this. But no, licensing is the least of the worries. Vaccine manufacturing is a precise, difficult and complex process. It needs skilled professionals, raw materials and state-of-the-art facilities, which is primarily why the government has focused on tech transfers and active partnerships to enhance production. Consider Moderna's statement that no legal action will be taken on companies making its vaccines. Yet, not one company has started producing. If it actually was this easy, don't you think countries across the world would be mass producing vaccines rather than even developed nations coming up short? Myth 5. Centre has abdicated its responsibility to the states. This is again an argument based on half-baked ideas. Even when the Government of India had constantly maintained that vaccines are in short supply across the world, many Indian states cited the constitution saying that health was a state subject and vaccination should be liberalized. The streamlined vaccination drive from January to April and the haphazard manner that replaced it in May point towards the centralized approach as the better alternative. Without even managing to vaccinate healthcare and frontline workers, many states had vehemently argued for a decentralization. It is easier said than done. Moreover, the central government has been at the forefront, be it supporting manufacturers from the start or providing vaccines to the states free of cost. Vaccines procured by the centre are wholly for use by the states, yet on their explicit requests, the states too have now been enabled to procure them. Yet, the global tenders by states have been unsuccessful, with manufacturers preferring to deal with the centre. Doesn't that prove the point? All efforts are being made to procure as well as produce vaccines expeditiously, even when it is a commodity in short supply. Myth 6. Center is not giving enough vaccines to the states. Center is allotting enough vaccines to the states in a transparent manner as per agreed guidelines. In fact, states are also being informed in advance of the vaccine availability. Vaccine availability is going to increase in near future and much more supply would be possible. In the Non-Government of India channel, states are getting 25% of the doses and private hospitals are getting 25% doses. However, the hiccups and issues faced by the people in the administration of these 25% doses by the states leave a lot to be desired. The behavior of some of our leaders who, in spite of full knowledge of the facts on vaccine supply, appear on TV daily and create panic among the people is very unfortunate. This is not the time to play politics. We need everyone to unite in this fight. Myth 7. Center is not taking any step to vaccinate children. As of now, no country in the world is giving vaccines to children under 12 years. Also, WHO has no recommendation on vaccinating children. There have been studies about safety of vaccines in children, which have been encouraging. Trials in children in India are also going to begin soon. However, vaccinating children should not be decided on the basis of panic and WhatsApp groups and because some politicians want to play politics. It has to be a decision taken by our scientists after adequate data is available based on trials. That was all on New India Junction today. Thank you for watching.